Hi guys, welcome to this video. Today we're going to be talking about the lie behind low self-worth. So, what is self-worth and where does it come from? So, self-worth, I googled it, is one's internal sense of being valuable and deserving of respect and love. So self-worth is not how we externalize our worth. It's inherent, something that we are born with. Carl Rogers says, your self-worth flourishes when you're loved without conditions, and when you're constantly judged, your self-worth suffers. So we've said that when you're constantly judged, your self-worth suffers. And we cannot know our own self-worth on our own. We need to know it by looking at other people, because we cannot see ourselves without looking through other people. So when one is born, who do they look to? They look to their parents. Their parents are human beings. Their parents are flawed. So their parents are the ones who are supposed to love them unconditionally, consistently, so that they can believe that their self-worth is consistent, because we base our self-worth, we define it, though it's not supposed to be that way, but we define our self-worth based on how we're treated. So when you're treated consistently, you know that your self-worth is consistent, and the only person who's consistent is God. So we're supposed to base our self-worth from God, but we don't. Exactly. So, what does the Bible say about worth? We said that our self-worth is inherent, but we see it through the external. So, it's either through people or through God. One true, one is not. So, we're going to look, obviously, from the lens of truth. So, we have identity, origin, capacity. Those are the three ways: identity, origin, capacity. IOC. Sorry, we can make an acronym, but just remember IOC: identity, origin, capacity. Let's start with identity. So, identity, Genesis 1:27, it says, so God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him, male and female, he created them. So, in Genesis 1:27, we're saying, so God created man in his own image. The word used there for image is tselem. So what does tselem mean? So tselem means a shadow, a representation, a reflection, not the thing itself, just the reflection of it. Let me put my phone down a bit. The reflection, not the image itself. So our identity is that we are mirrors made in the image of God. Stick with me. Mirrors made in the image of God. So your identity is that you're a mirror. You are not an image. You're a mirror. So our worth is static. The expression of it is dynamic. The expression being the reflection. So we just said self-worth is inherent, meaning it does not change. But the expression of the self-worth, we are mirrors. So the expression of it being reflecting. Reflecting is dynamic. And reflecting does not define your worth. Whether someone chooses to reflect God and another one chooses to reflect the devil, they are still a mirror. Their identity doesn't change. Everyone is worthy. Everyone is a mirror. So your worth is not in the way you express it. It is in who you are. That is number one. Part of the equation number one is identity. Let's move to origin. So origin, we are formed by his hands, by God's hands, and filled with his breath. Who is God? The great I am. The one who was, is, and will be. Jehovah Rapha, King of kings, Lord of lords, creator of all, truth, love. Like, you have God's fingerprint on you. You belong to God. That is your origin. Psalms 139:14, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. for marvelous are thy works. Everything that God made is marvelous. Your worth, we've said number one, identity. Number two is the origin. God made you. Do you know who God is? Like, girl, boy, whoever you are, do you know who God is? Number three, the last one, capacity. So, we are mirrors made in the image of God. We have capacity to reflect God. We have authority to rule over the earth, to tread on serpents, to cast out demons. Like, we're God's greatest creations. Even if you don't use it, even if you have chosen you're not going to take authority over the earth, you're not going to cast out demons, you're just going to suffer in life, you still have the capacity in it. So just drilling into your head that self-worth is static. Whether you put it into work or you don't put it into work, it's static. So it's capacity, not the expression of it. So someone who is delivering people, a pastor, a murderer, a slave, someone who is very sick, we're all the same. We all have the same value. Self-worth is static. Identity, origin, and capacity. So why do I struggle to feel worthy even when I know the truth? Like I and you, after watching that previous part, unless you skipped and I'm watching you, I hope you didn't skip that part. If you skipped, okay, why do we struggle to know the truth? Why do we struggle to see our worth even when we know the truth? So this is like another take of this section, because I just went on ranting, so I wrote this, so allow me to read it to you. I wrote it through God, so let me just read for this section, please. Okay, so I'll try to look at the camera so that you don't feel lost. So we struggle to feel worthy because we struggle to see, because we face the wrong things instead of our source, our Father, our Creator, and God is the light. So when we're not facing the light, we cannot see. We struggle to feel worthy because our feelings are dynamic and we're told to follow our hearts, and the heart is deceptive above all things, and our feelings are dynamic and our worth is static, meaning we cannot base our worth based on our feelings and our thoughts and our hearts.
The Lord is here tonight.
Our feelings are dynamic, but our worth is static, and so is God, our source. We struggle to feel worthy because we measure our worth based on the expressions of it. You're a mirror. You're not supposed to base your worth based on what you reflect. That is not your worth. That is the expression of it, not your worth. So the sign that we are basing our worth on the wrong things, number one, is the root of self-glory. When we are in the root of self-glory, this is pride. So we're not here to judge anybody. We're not here to say, "Ew, that is so bad. You mean that's why you don't feel worthy?" Basically, it's thinking, or the lack of knowledge, that you are a mirror and thinking that you can be the source. So you want to be perfect, you want to be self-sufficient, you want to be flawless on your own, and it's not possible. You're a mirror, you're not the source. That's where the problem is. Number two is root of fear of man. This is people idolatry. The first one was self-idolatry. This one is people idolatry. So we said that we are mirrors made in the image of God. So we are mirrors. We are meant to conform to whatever we're seeing. Now we're supposed to behold and conform day by day, glory by glory. I think my light is flickering. Sorry if you see that. So whatever you're looking at, you're gonna naturally conform to that because that is your design. But we said you're a mirror made in the image of God. So when you face what is not God and you start conforming to what is not God, you're gonna break, because that is out of design. That is not what is supposed to happen. And what becomes of you? Identity crisis, social anxiety. I'm just gonna list, I'm gonna list them here like this. So, how? Number one, very simple, I hope, by the Holy Ghost. Know that you're a mirror. You are not the source. So, all these things that we're saying, I'm the main character, believe in yourself, follow your heart. There's nothing like that. It's not gonna help you. It's not gonna take you anywhere. You're gonna get lost, because you are a mirror. You cannot create an image by yourself. You cannot create any image by yourself. You only reflect, and that is not weakness. That is design. So basically, number one, we're saying know that you are a mirror. You reflect. You cannot create an image by yourself. So number two, now that you know you're a mirror, you're gonna face God, because God is the one who's gonna tell you your worth until you know it. Faith comes by hearing and hearing and hearing, and God is gonna tell you, and He's gonna be the one who's gonna sustain it. How do you get to God the Father? Through God the Son. Get saved. Get saved. Everyone is telling you this. Just get saved already. Okay, so we were saying that you need Jesus, basically, because God is going to speak to you. Jesus is light, right? The word is Jesus. Jesus is light. Without light, you cannot see that you will be able to reflect. And the parable of the seed and the sower, this is the good soil. So you need that good soil. Otherwise, not the good soil in 1 Corinthians chapter 2 verse something, you're not going to be able to understand whatever we're saying, whatever God is telling you. So in conclusion, I hope that this conclusion is not long. I want it to be short. So in conclusion, we said that self-worth is inherent. It does not change. And because it does not change, and the world is changing, we cannot depend on the world. Neither can we depend on ourselves, because our feelings are also dynamic and the heart is deceptive. And the only person who isn't changing is God. The only person who's gonna treat us unconditionally and consistently is God. So that is where you're supposed to face. You're supposed to face God, so that you know and you're reminded and it is sustained. So constantly face the light. And remember, your worth is inherent. You may be here and you're listening, and maybe you're not saved, and you're thinking, oh, I'm not worthy because they just said this for the Christians. You are worthy whether or not you're saved. Identity, origin, capacity. Know that you're a mirror. Face the light. I hope that you were blessed by this video. I hope that you understood all that was said in this video, and I hope that you will not forget. I hope that it landed on good soil. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you, and may God bless you abundantly. And don't forget identity, origin, capacity.